Okay, welcome to the PLT podcast, ALTOU! Woo! Oh yeah, a little clap in the background there. Welcome, babes.
Yes.
How are you doing, hon? Thank you so much for joining us.
Oh, no worries. I'm great. I'm feeling good. The weather's amazing today. I'm just feeling great. How are you?
Stop. I'm very jealous. The weather isn't amazing here in Manny, so is
Really?
London... Is it...
I mean, it's better than the other days. I mean, this May has been horrible.
How bad has it actually been? I feel like there's a heat wave this weekend. Have you heard about it?
Yeah, I'm just excited. Literally, I've got all my summer clothes just waiting in a wardrobe and I haven't worn it because May has been horrible.
Honestly, I feel like I spent like the first few months of this year buying summer clothes ready and they've just been sat there with the tags on.
Honestly,
like,
I think that's with all of us, honestly. We've just been shopping.
Well, thank you so much for joining us today, Artie. We're going to get to know you a little bit better and speak to you about like kind of what you've been up to. So first of all, you're a model, YouTuber and influencer.
I mean, all three.
Triple threat, babe. Love
threat.
It. So tell us, how did it all kind of like kick off for you? How did you get into modelling? Because I know that was quite recent, wasn't it?
Yeah, so I've been modelling for about 3 years now. So before I started doing like all these commercial modeling, I was doing music videos, and I think not a lot of people know that about me. I mean, some people do, but I started off doing like music videos for these artists, and then fast forward when I went to college, I finished college, and then I was like, you know what, ALTOU, you really want to get into modeling like properly. You're tired of doing all these music videos. So I thought, you know what, let me just contact an agency that I knew off Instagram. So I emailed them. I was like, hey, you're going to love my look. I'm going to make a great model. And it just started from there, really.
No way. So that was only like a couple of years ago. First of all, I want to know what music videos you're in. Is there any you can tell us about?
I mean... If I can, okay, so I mean, one popular song I think everyone knows, Strike Me a Pose by H.
Stop! Wait, I need to go. Someone get me this video. Someone get me this video right now. I want to see ALTOU.
No, literally, not everyone knows about this, but I am in that video. Yes.
Wait, it's so weird because you know when you find these things out, like I am genuinely gonna go and watch this on YouTube straight after this podcast. I'm gonna be like, there she is.
Yeah, I mean, now that you know now, so if you start watching music videos, you might end up seeing my face somewhere there.
Oh my God, hon, and I'll be screaming. I love that song even more now just for you. You started modelling kind of 2-3 years ago. How did that...
2-3 years ago, yeah.
What was like your first job? Do you remember it?
Okay, so my first job was for a fashion brand called IVE Kong. So I'd done that. That was like my first shoot from the agency that I reached out to. So I just done that. And yeah, it was really nice. You know, it's for e-com, so obviously it was going on their website and stuff. But that's the first shoot I can remember that was kind of, you know, different to music videos, I guess.
Yeah. And then, so we're used to seeing you on the PrettyLittleThing website. Like, I see you all the time. And I said to you before, like,
gosh.
I follow you on Instagram. I see you around the HQ. So how did that all kind of happen for you? Because you kind of came out from nowhere for me. Like, I just was like, who's this girl?
So I would say just over a year ago. So I'd say last year, April. So my old agency, they got me a casting with PrettyLittleThing. So that was around February. So Corona was not even a thing then.
Wow,
so you can only imagine. So I got a casting for PrettyLittleThing, and then obviously they loved my looks, and it was really, really nice. And then I officially started shooting for them. I think it was April. So that's how it all played out, really. And yeah, like it's crazy because I've always wanted to shoot for PrettyLittleThing. Like, it was literally a dream job of mine. I remember, like, 2 years ago, I was like, I need to shoot for them. And now look.
You are a fully fledged PLT babe. You are. I think it's amazing that you kind of said to your agent, like, you know what? Like, before you were with them, like, you're going to love me. I'm going to kill it. Like, I love that confidence. And, like, look where you are.
I just had to grow some balls, you know. I just had to be like, you know what? I just had to be like, ALTOU, just go chase your dreams, you know, like rather than waiting and wait to get scouted by an agency, why not you just give it a shot? And it worked out pretty great. I mean,
do you know what? Yeah, it's worked out very well for you. I think that's a really nice piece of advice to people, because I think so many people don't have the confidence to be like, do you know what? I am like good enough. I'm this, I'm that. You know, it's so hard to actually tell yourself, but You're living proof, babe.
I'm living proof. I mean, go ahead, girls. Throw some balls, just give her a shot, man.
That's my favourite saying of today already. Grow some balls. We all have to grow some balls some days, babes. It definitely helps. But fast forward to where you are now. Like I said, you're going off on social media and you've just brought out your own documentary with BBC Three. I mean, congratulations on that.
Thank you. So it's insane, isn't it? I mean, I never would have thought a day in my life I would have had a documentary with them. It's insane. Like, I still think about it till this day. I'm just like, wow, like I've watched my own documentary so many times. I just can't believe it.
How did it all actually come about?
Okay, so I released a video on my YouTube channel about this product, Apetamin, and I was just kind of reviewing it and just letting my followers know, you know, there's this great product that makes you gain weight. You're gonna love it. You're gonna get thick. You're gonna get curves, and I was just kind of promoting it. Because, I mean, it worked out for me. So I thought, why not review it? And fast forward, a couple of months later, I got an email from one of the producers on BBC Three. And they was like, we watched your video. We loved it. We just want to record something with you relating to the product. Because apparently it's not meant to be sold in the UK, but we're going to get into that. But yeah, and that's how it all started, really.
Wow. So that's so, like, first of all, like, obviously we'll get into the doc in a sec, you know, fully, but you've created this, you know, your platform on YouTube and the BBC have reached out to you. So like, wow, all these things are just snowballing for you.
I mean, the power of social media is crazy, isn't it?
Wild.
Like, I would have never imagined BBC would ever watch my stuff anyway. So when I got that email, at first I thought it was a scam because I'm thinking, hold on a minute.
Checking the email, is that real?
That can't be real, but it ended up being real, and I was just like, wow, this is amazing. Like, my channel just
it is amazing. You should be so proud of yourself. And I think so the show is called Dangerous Curves, Get Thick. So let's tell us a little bit about the show and what it's all about.
Okay, so the show is just based on this product called Apetamin and how it's unlicensed, it's not meant to be sold, and there's a lot of girls out there that are taking it, and a lot of young girls that are taking it as well. And it's just letting you know that, you know, you're not meant to be taking it. It's illegal. It's not meant to be sold, and it just tells you about the product and how dangerous it is, and how you know it can affect your health, really. So that's what it's really based on, really.
And at the start of the show, you kind of spoke about how all you wanted was this slim, thick aesthetic. So what kind of made you think or like see that as perfection?
I mean, okay, let's talk about social media first of all.
Let's
talk about Instagram. You have all these influencers, you know, they take pictures, they look amazing. Kylie Jenner, I'm not going to lie, I was looking up to her because her body, although we know it's not real, but I was still obsessed, you know, so I was just like, wow, she's literally got the most perfect body. So in my eyes, I thought that was the perfect, you know, physique in my eyes, you know. So I was literally obsessed with just having that slim, thick look. And yeah, that's why I just wanted to take Apetamin, because I just wanted to be like her. And it's insane, isn't it? Because it's really unrealistic if you think about it. So
yeah. It is, and it's so like, it's one of those things that I think, you know, I've definitely seen it throughout the years, like, and you'll relate. I know that you said at the beginning, like, about the kind of trends of what body types. So like, you know, one year when I was younger, everybody wanted to be Kate Moss and wanted to be Naomi Campbell and wanted to be really extremely slim, and you know, and then it kind of like grows, and I think like it is scary now how these trends can kind of digress into this huge big, you know, an obsession because of social media, because when I was younger there wasn't social media to kind of amplify that. I just think it's so terrifying.
It's crazy. It's crazy. And it's crazy because time changes, right? Like first it was the slim look, you know, no breast, no bump, just that was the perfect. And now everybody just wants this slim, thick look. Like, it's insane to me. It's crazy. And it's all because of social media.
And that's the thing. I find that interesting that you say it's all because of social media. And I think one of the things with social media is, I think we all know deep down, but we do forget, like, okay, yes, some things we do see are real, and like obviously people have surgery and different things done, but some of the things we see aren't real. You know, things are tweaked, things are edited to look a certain way.
Social media is not real. It's not real, and it's sad because there's a lot of girls out there that are desiring these kind of bodies. I mean, I was one of the girls, you know, although I'm an influencer myself, but it just shows you how you can just really get sunk in that place where you just want to look like that person, where like, ideally, they're probably editing their pictures. They're making their picture look perfect for you. Little did you know it's edited. It's just not real. It's not a real place.
Exactly.
It's not a real place, yeah.
And it's so easy to say it, but I mean, like, that's the whole, like, that's the worst thing about, like, comparison and being on social media is comparing your body. Like, why don't I look like that? Why don't I have this kind of thing?
Exactly, yeah.
So I hadn't even heard of amphetamine before. I mean, I feel like I'm saying it wrong. Apetamin.
We're just going to go with the flow.
I knew I was going to say it wrong. But I hadn't even heard of it before the documentary. So I wondered, how did you actually first find out about it?
Okay, so I first found out about Apetamin through some girl on social media. So she was literally promoting it on her YouTube channel. And I saw her transformation. I was like, there's no way this little product can make you look like that. But it was an influencer I followed on Instagram, and she was literally just promoting it, and that's how I found out about the product. But at the time, it was a popular product, so everyone was kind of like promoting it. Like it was a big deal for us influencers, honestly.
And since kind of like your documentary and, you know, people speaking out about it, have you seen a transition like that kind of stop, or do you still see people promoting it?
As of now, I don't see much people promoting it, but there's obviously going to be 1-2 people on social media that will make a review about it. Yeah. But I feel it's definitely calmed down compared to the first time it was like all around, you know.
It's crazy. So what was, obviously the subtitle of the show is Get Thick, Get Sick.
Get Sick.
So what's your kind of like experience of taking the product?
Gosh, I mean, my experience, I've had a lot of side effects, you know. I was very sleepy, nauseous, you know. At the time, I was taking it when I was in college. So you can imagine, because it makes you feel sleepy, you can imagine how much I was sleeping in class. Like, I remember my teacher even had to send me home. She was like, "I'll just go home," because I was just falling asleep everywhere. Like, the side effects, it's just horrible. But when you're obsessed with having this look, you don't really care about the side effects. You just want to get that look, you know. You just think it's all worth it, when in reality, it's dangerous. It's dangerous, and a lot of people don't know about this product, but it is dangerous, you know. And, you know, when I spoke to the doctor, I'm pretty sure you saw in the documentary, but I spoke to a doctor, and, you know, a woman had liver failure through taking it. You know, it's insane, and, you know, it's just crazy. It's crazy.
I saw that girl crashed her car as well in the US.
Yeah, I mean, when you look at that, it's scary. Like, she could have died, you know. She could have passed away because of this one product, you know. It's crazy. It's crazy.
And I know that you said in the documentary that your mum was quite impacted by Apetamin, of course, as well, when you were younger. Yeah. Tell us a little bit about that.
Okay, so year 7, right? So I was really, really young. So 11, 12, that age, my mum. So that's okay. So before the influencer, that's how I first officially found out about it, Apetamin, because my mum was taking it before. So she was quite obsessed with being thick as well. I mean, she was really, really obsessed. And, you know, I think she found out about it through her friends and stuff. So Apetamin has been here a while. It's been here a while, actually. So she was taking it, you know, and I think she was overdosing a little bit. I don't think she was realizing. I mean, you know, she didn't do her research. She just, you know, heard about this product and she was taking it a bit too much, right? And because she had sickle cell anemia, it had a huge effect on her. I remember she told me the story. I mean, she didn't get in depth with it, but she told me how this doctor told her, "Are you taking any substance made from Africa, this syrup thing?" And she knew what it was, but she didn't want to say where she got it from because she didn't want to get the person in trouble, you know, where she was getting it. But you can imagine, I mean, I was young, so I didn't really know what was going on. But when she told me that, I was just like, wow, but I still took it anyways, and I should have never have, but it's scary. I mean,
but you were young. I
was young. I mean, you know, I was young, and I didn't really realize, like, if it can, like, put someone in coma, it's dangerous, you know. But
exactly,
you learn from your mistakes. Yeah,
like you said, it is scary that kind of you still went ahead and wanted to try it for yourself. But I think obviously, like I said, ALTOU, you were so young, and I think I was speaking to the guys like off air before and saying, you know, when you are so young, and even when someone tells you can't do something or not to do something, you kind of have to learn for yourself. So I do completely understand that. But do you kind of wish that you'd really, thought about that a bit?
I mean, that's one regret. I wish I would have seen the way it affected my mom and just never taken it and never promoted it, knowing that it done that to my mom and I still promoted it. I mean, it's really silly of me, isn't it? But you learn from your mistakes anyways. And I'm glad I've done the documentary so everyone knows not to take it.
And that's the thing, like I say, again, you were young. And I think, unfortunately, there is still so many people right now that will have this mindset that, they could take this and think that they're going to get this aesthetic when actually reality is they're not, because there's no way that could physically, I mean, I don't know obviously myself, but like, what would you say to anyone that is in that mindset right now of thinking about doing it or they are doing it?
Okay, I would say my advice to you is just to, just remember that social media isn't real, and you have to always remember that all these influencers, including myself, we edit our pictures, we try and make our pictures look perfect for you guys. So don't think that you have to, you want to compare yourself, because you're just comparing to something that's fake, if you know what I mean. So that's my advice. Just love yourself, love your body, love who you are, and just grow to love yourself.
I love like how real you're being there, saying, obviously as an influencer, like most people edit their pictures, so I do appreciate how real and honest you're being there. I think that is actually the message, and it's so hard to get across to people, is to love yourself and to love your body. But the pressures of society today are just wild.
It's insane. When I look at social, it was never like this, like I would say 5 to 7 years ago, it was never like this. Now everyone is just so obsessed with just looking perfect. It's really, it baffles me, honestly.
And I think what's scary, I know that in the documentary you went to see a PT that you knew, and he was also a pharmacist as well, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was a pharmacist,
And so tell me, he said that a girl as young as 12 had reached out to him.
Oh my days. When I heard that, I was mind blown. Like, I mean, 12. I mean, you're so young. Like, you're still developing. Like,
your body's going to change so much.
Your body's going to change. And it just shows, she's probably on social media herself, and she's seen all these models, all these influencers looking so perfect, and she wants to, achieve the same thing. It's just so sad. I mean, that's insane, isn't it? 12. I mean, whoa.
It's actually like, when you actually think about it, it's awful to think a 12-year-old wants to change their body. And I think, like what you've said there, it is unfortunately kind of, social media has that huge impact on it. I know definitely. when I was 12, social media didn't exist. I think we had Bebo. I mean, I'm a little bit older, so yeah, I won't get into that. But yeah, like the pressures are just so real, and I think it's so upsetting to think that a 12-year-old, like we said, obviously your body is going to change, but what's going on in their mind to think that they that they want to change their looks.
I know, like it's just it's crazy. It's crazy. And when he told me that, I was just like, that is so sad. It's just so sad for a 12-year-old to think that she wants to change her body just to fit in, it's sad, honestly.
It makes me, one of the things I was thinking about when I was writing this, it makes me, when we were speaking about doing this, it makes me scared to one day think about even bringing a child into this world. It really does. Like, it's that deep. And I know,
I just hope that, in maybe 10 years, 20 years time, social media is not as powerful as it is now, because when you think about you having kids one day, you don't want your daughter to feel, or your son to feel like they need to,
like they're not enough.
I mean, it's horrible. I mean, I was in that stage where I just wanted to change myself, and I wouldn't want my daughter or son to feel like that at all. It's not a good feeling at all.
And you've even got a younger sister as well. So I wondered how do you feel, like, knowing kind of everything this whole kind of experience, like how do you feel about her growing up into this world we're in right now? Does it scare you?
I mean, it's scary. I mean, she's only like a year younger than me. So she's grown. She knows what's going on and stuff. And we both have like the same mindset and stuff. So she knows hopefully she knows she's safe out there. And, and she's a strong girl, she's got a strong mindset, and she doesn't follow the crowd. She doesn't, she's more herself, so I'm glad she is the way she is, honestly.
Well, I'm glad you guys have got each other I thought she was younger than that, to be honest. So I think
no, just a year younger. Yeah.
That's nice that you're at that kind of age where you can, like, if one of you is feeling a kind of way, you can talk to each other and be like, no, come on, rationalize everything, like rationalize your thoughts and things. Yeah. But I think one of the scary things about this product that I don't think we've mentioned yet is the fact that it's actually illegal. It's not registered in the UK.
If you saw in the documentary, when he told me, I had to laugh.
You were like...
I just had to laugh because I couldn't believe it. I mean, the reason why that was my initial reaction, because it's sold so freely.
It's so easily accessible, yeah.
You can go into a shop and you can literally buy it. So when he told me it was illegal, I just had to laugh and say, wait, hold on. I mean, is this real? Like, I can't believe it's illegal.
It's crazy. And I know that they put you in a gorgeous shirt with a camera on, didn't they?
I mean, I was so nervous doing that. I mean,
really?
Literally, like, I was so nervous because I mean, it is a nervous thing to do. You're going in the shop.
Tell us what you did. Tell the guys in case they haven't watched it what you did.
Okay, so basically, the producers gave me like a shirt and it had a mini hidden camera on the button on the shirt. So I had to literally go on a secret mission, go in the shops. Yeah, do you have Apetamin? And I would buy it, and they don't know they was being recorded, but we have to show everyone that, how easy it is to get it and how it's not actually meant to be sold. And, I went into 3 different shops. I mean, that's insane. And it's illegal, guys. I don't think it's illegal. It's not meant to be sold.
And that's the thing, just to reiterate there, it's illegal. It's not licensed in the UK. And there's a reason for that. Because obviously it's got these damaging side effects and health effects. We shouldn't be taking it.
Yeah. I think one of the reasons why it's unlicensed here is because it's got a product in there called cyproheptadine. I don't know how I think, so that's it's like a appetite stimulant which makes you hungry and stuff, and it does make you sleepy. I think that's one of the reasons why it's not meant to be sold. You actually need to be prescribed it. So yeah, that's in case anyone was wondering why it is actually illegal.
Yeah, because that's the thing as well. When you even take, say if you take a certain medicine like a cold and flu tablet or anything that's got like a sleepy, like the nighttime cold and flu tablet. I've just thought about it. They say don't operate machinery, don't drive a car. Whereas young girls are taking this, and like this girl in the documentary, she drove her car and blacked out and crashed her car.
Yeah, so, I mean, it's crazy. And, on the bottle, it does say, don't drive or don't do anything too crazy. And she happened to do that. And, and look, she crashed her car. But
this is one of the things with so many, I think it's labeled as a vitamin, isn't it, the product? Yeah. And I think this is one of the things with so many products online, especially, that you can go and buy. A lot of them are unlicensed, and we don't really know what's in them. So has this kind of whole experience made you really think about what you are buying in future and researching into it a little bit more?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, if I want to try something new, I'm definitely going to do my research. I mean, it was really silly of me just to see this product being promoted all over social media, not really looking into it. And again, what it did to my mum, I should have really thought about it, but I didn't. And, it is what it is at the end of the day. It happened. But now I am aware. And, this is why as young people like me, we do make some mistakes, and you're going to learn from it, so yeah.
That's the thing, you've learned from it. And I think, by sharing this message and sharing the documentary, working on the documentary that you did, and obviously talking about it today, it's just raising awareness and, letting people know the seriousness of this product and what it can do. And that it's not good. But I mean, one of the questions that kind of sprung to mind when thinking about this whole thing was, I think a lot of outsiders, people listening right now, might think ALTOU, you are absolutely gorgeous. You're this stunning model that we see all over Instagram, absolutely beautiful. So how, I feel like people would think how would you have any insecurities Which I know, we all have insecurities. So like, I get that, but like people literally look at you as perfect. So like, what would you say to those people that do think like, how can she have insecurity? She's amazing.
I know. I mean, you know, I get DMs saying, ALTOU, you're so perfect. I mean, when I hear that, I'm just like, I appreciate it, but you know, I'm human too. Although I'm an influencer, and people look at influencers like, you know, they're perfect, you know, and they have no insecurities. We're all human. We all have insecurities. We all, you know, feel, you know, just a little off sometimes, you know. And I would say to all these young people, you know, I'm human too. I have insecurities too. That me and you were no different from each other, you know. So yeah.
That's it. We definitely all have our insecurities. And I think, like you kind of said before, and we said earlier, I think a lot of things come down to like accepting who you are and learning to love yourself, which is a process and it takes a lot of time.
It is a process,
I think it's also something that comes with age. I think as you get older, you do learn to love the differences between you and your friends and your body types and whatever. And I'm not saying it's easy whatsoever, but would you say that now you're more accepting of yourself as you are?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, a year before, I would have never said the things I want to say now, but literally, I love myself now. I love my body. I'm appreciative of my body. I just love it. I mean, love yourself. Love yourself. Because if you don't love yourself, who will? Who else will? So just love yourself, man.
Who will? Exactly. And ALTOU, I know that last year you sadly lost your mum, which must have been such a horrific time for you and your family. And I'm really, really sorry to hear that you went through that.
Yeah.
And I know that now you're working really hard to look after you and your sister. You've stepped into this role where you're paying the bills, you're working, you know, complete adulthood. You've been like smacked bang into adulthood. So how is all that going for you now?
Okay, so yeah, a year ago, lost my mum, and this was during the first lockdown. So you can imagine how I was feeling. I mean, like I felt like I was alone, but luckily I had family there that was supportive, that stuck by me, and they're still here till this day. Like I don't think I've been left alone in my house a day.
Wow.
Like literally, I've always been with people, and you know, I'm so appreciative, but that was literally the most horrible time of my life, you know. But I just had to pick myself up, you know, and just be strong for myself and my little sister as well, because, you know, at the end of the day, if I just let go, who else will look after my sister? So I just have to be strong for her, really.
It's such a strong mentality to have. And I'm sure your mum is so proud of you for everything you're doing right now. You know, I'm sure, like, do you feel like you really need to be a role model for your sister right now?
Yeah, definitely. I feel like, you know, as much as I want to make my mum proud, I also want to make my little sister proud. And, you know, if I can do it, she can do it too, you know. So, I mean, we both was raised to be very strong girls and, you know, independent, because obviously there was no father figure there. So we've always been independent. We've always been strong. My mum always raised us to be strong girls, you know. So, like, I'm glad I was prepared and stuff. So
I can literally feel your strength speaking to you. So you should be so proud of yourself and your sister for sure.
Oh, thank you.
And is there anything that you think now you would want to teach your sister that maybe society didn't teach you when you were younger? You know how we've been going through this, like we said before, this social media generation. And people didn't, I feel like we learn a lot as we get older. Is there anything that you feel like you want to teach her, or even teach your followers or your YouTube subscribers?
So I would just say, love yourself. Do not compare yourself, because the people you're most likely comparing yourself to, they're probably comparing themselves to other people, which is crazy. Like, you're looking at someone, you're thinking they're perfect, they have no insecurities. Little did you know, they have insecurities themselves. So I would say definitely don't compare yourself. Love yourself. Don't be too obsessed with social media. I know that's a little too much to say, but you know, don't be too obsessed with it. Don't desire to look like someone else. Just love yourself. Learn to love yourself. I mean, that's what I'm trying to get across today. Love yourself, man. Just love yourself.
Love you. Do you know what? I think that is the message of the year, of the century. Like, I feel like once people start to get that. I really hope, I know, like I said before, it's difficult. It's easy to say it, but
it is difficult.
Really try, like anyone listening, really try and think about like, you know, those kind of steps you can take to love yourself. However that might be, we're all different. But I definitely think, you know, like I said before, it comes with age. You do learn to love yourself more as you get older because you become a lot more self-acceptant and a lot more aware to things that are going on. Do you know what I mean? Like we said, when we were younger, you don't realize, okay, well, that might be editing. Okay, well, that might be this, and, you know, different things. So 100% such a good piece of advice to kind of end it on there. But the last thing I want to kind of ask you, as a model, like we said, you're this gorgeous, successful model. So we all have bad days. We all have down days where we don't feel so happy. So is there anything that you do, ALTOU, to kind of like pick yourself back up and make yourself feel good?
Oh, there's actually loads of stuff. One, I'm a model, right? So I love taking pictures. I do modeling, but I love taking pictures on my phone. I love doing content. Makeup makes you feel good. If you feel down, just get your makeup, do makeup, feel good, go out for drinks, get a pedicure, just treat yourself. Just love yourself. Just treat yourself, man. I mean, that's my advice. That's what I do to make myself feel good. Makeup, videos, cocktails. I'm obsessed with cocktails, guys. I mean, honestly, porn star martini. Oh my goodness.
Wait,
on a bad day.
You need to get to Manchester because I've got a place for you that makes the best porn star martinis.
Oh, don't tell me that now.
Have you been to Rosso before?
Oh my gosh.
In Manchester?
Rosso, no. Guys. I'm heading
tell
there.
You what,
I am heading there.
Me and you are going to Rosso, and the guys, we're all going to Rosso when you're back next in Manchester and it's open. They do the nicest porn star martinis. I'm not even no, you'll never want to drink another one.
If my best friend hears this, she's going to go
She can come
nuts.
as well. She can come. We've got a big night planned.
Oh my gosh. But yeah, that's my advice. Just make yourself feel good, you know, make yourself feel good.
It's been amazing getting to know you today. And I think that's such a good piece of advice to end it on there. Again, congratulations on the documentary. I think...
Thank you so much.
It's so powerful. And I think it's really important what you're, you know, the message you're kind of spreading here and raising awareness over this situation. So thank you so much for working hard on that.
No worries. I mean, I can't believe I'm doing this podcast. I mean, I would have never thought. I would have never thought I would do a podcast with PLT. I'm so grateful. You know, this is such an amazing opportunity. I'm so thankful. So thanks for having me here.
Listen, you know we're obsessed with you. You know we are. So like, it's just like we would have had you on anyway. But I feel like this kind of message really fit, and I think, you know, for our audience to kind of, like we said before, raise awareness and really tell people about the bad side effects, you know, the good, the bad and the ugly, really, isn't it? Like about this product and things, and really raise awareness to it, and hopefully stop some people from going to those extreme lengths to do these things. So I think really, really important. So thank you so much for joining us. If you haven't watched Dangerous Curves, guys, you can go and watch it on BBC iPlayer right now. I've watched it twice. I've watched it several. You're going to love it, guys. ALTOU's going to go home and watch it again now. But no, like, you look incredible on the show. It's a really good watch and it's really informative. So I do, you know, go and watch it, guys, definitely. Yeah, and that is the end of our podcast. Thank you so much for joining us, babes. What are you doing for the rest of the day?
No worries. Nothing much really. Just get some content done, and that's it. Really.
Content queen. Well, you go and kill it. You go and kill it, hon. And hopefully, I'll see you in Manchester soon for some porn star martinis.
I'll see you soon, girl. Yeah.
All right, babes. Thank you so much, and thank you to all of our amazing listeners. This has been PLT Behind Closed Doors. If you have enjoyed this episode, make sure you subscribe and leave us a little review, and don't forget to go and follow our brand new Instagram at the PLT Podcast to have your say on what you hear next. We will see you next week.